going on, guys? The 3D Podcast here. I'm your podcast director, Austin. Sitting here to my right, we got our boy Matthias, the videographer.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Then we got the founder, Ethan.
What's going on?
Then we got the visual engineer, Swanos. What's good?
How's it going?
And we are missing our main audio engineer, Rob, but that's okay. He's probably working diligently on some music, so that's good.
Cooking up some sauce. But how's everyone been? What's good with everyone's week? I haven't seen you guys in a while. What's good? Anything
Working.
new?
Been working.
We touched last week a little bit on we got trips coming up. I just went on a trip for my brother's wedding. Got to see my brother get married in Tennessee, Knoxville. I'd never been to Knoxville, Tennessee. It's a beautiful place. Lots of beautiful girls and good food. It was awesome.
Southern barbecue or
Man,
something?
all of
Do you
it,
have
dude.
some of that?
I'll tell you why it's cool too. I didn't realize they got not like mountains, but like
They do have mountains.
yeah.
Appalachian
I
mountains.
mean they are mountains. It's just not
Yeah.
like not mountains
Not
like
Rocky
Colorado,
Mountains.
but nonetheless,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very cool to be in the South and see mountains too. So yeah, that was cool.
Smoky
Appalachians
Mountains
get
is were you in the...
We weren't in the mountains. We just saw some of them driving. But
Okay,
to be in the
gotcha.
South and to see
Yeah.
some rocks too, it was just something that I hadn't quite seen yet. Because I've been to Alabama and Georgia and all that, but I'd never quite seen like rocks. But nonetheless, I got to see my brother's wedding.
Yeah, your brother got
Sorry, Mr.
married.
Lacy.
Listen, it's the same thing as like people say they want to go to California because it's where the mountains meet the ocean. But if you go to Florida, you just get the ocean, right? So it's like
Yeah.
I got the South and I got the mountains.
Florida is.
That's not something you always get.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
So that was cool. And while I was on the wedding, we got approved for the apartment.
Hey.
Central West End
Gravy
living,
house.
baby. We just got a studio apartment in the Central West End of St. Louis, so we're about to be fucking living like pimps. It's gonna be sick. We had already kind of had our fingers crossed for this, but like, I really, I'll speak for myself, but yeah, I'll let them speak on it too. But yeah, I'm gonna be roommate situation with Matthew Swan, the visual engineer, and Matthias, head videographer at 3D. Us three are going to be living in that apartment. I'm sure Austin and Rob will be there all the time. But the podcast setup is going to be like pretty much
Balls to the
Well,
walls.
it's like the accent piece of the house. It's like
It's going to be sick.
it's the big piece of the house. We're going to have the camcorder set up. We're revamping our YouTube channel. We're coming at you Joe Rogan style on the podcast. We're doing a new animated show where, dude, oh my gosh, it's about to be raining content. I feel so blessed. I'm so excited. I have no reservation, no bad feelings, no nothing. I'm just so happy to move forward with you guys. And it's just everything's finally starting to fall back into place like it was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We all have ups
I
and
wouldn't
downs.
say
I'm saying we all have ups and downs, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Some days it feels like everything just falls into place, and other days it's like I cannot just get a win. Like I can't get, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it had just been a battle up a steep hill. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. You know, I've been fighting battles up a steep hill. He says
He says
Nice.
that.
he
I
died.
like it.
Well, that's one of his lyrics. Sadly, he was killed.
Oh.
That was the guy
He was
with
making a
the-
documentary trying
about the
to
AIDS, right? Yeah.
trying to expose the fact that we've had a cure for AIDS. But yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah,
He was
yeah.
executed for trying to make a documentary about
was a rapper.
exposing truth. Do your own
Or
research.
that he had his own cure for AIDS.
No. Well, he was doing the documentary on the doctor who had
Sebi.
allegedly cured 13 AIDS patients, and he was executed. And then this guy was trying to do a story on it, and he was executed. So yeah, I guess if I get executed, you know why. Well, he was on this guy actually, Nipsey Hussle had influence. He was on, Breakfast Club and other places talking about this. So beware. Yeah, do your own research.
Yeah. How about you, Swan? How have you been, dog?
As I said, just been working.
Just been working?
Yep.
Just chilling?
Swan is a man. He's a mudjacker now, putting in the hours.
Yeah, jerk off dudes.
Oh
Mud.
no!
Oh.
Have you talked about what the mud?
Yeah, mud jacking. We take mud and jerk off all day.
That is not what happens.
$12
What
an
are you
hour.
talking
Be honest
Pretty
with these.
awesome. Sometimes they pay me $40 an hour with some good mud.
Will you
What is
please
some
tell
good
these
mud?
people the truth?
I just kind
Mud
of level
Jack,
out.
look it up.
This man got a job.
Look it up. Don't
Work
look
It's
it up.
concrete leveling. We level out concrete and pump material. Just it's crushed rock and just pretty much concrete. Yeah, and it raises and levels things out.
He's a man. I
Yeah.
respect it.
Yeah.
It's not the jerking off stuff, but this.
No, it is half that.
It's you gotta pay your respects. These men have codes of honor. Okay, it's been long instated, long before you. No, I don't condone any of that, but that is funny, and I'm proud of my man for getting a job to pay the bills for the apartment. And Matthias, sounds like you got a job too, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
What's
a
good?
carpenter. I'm looking at some internships for some animation studios, specifically for Adobe and video production, video
Respect.
effects, whatnot. So that's coming up. And literally tomorrow I have 2 meetings.
That's
with
really cool.
2 animation studios in St. Louis. So
Nice.
Priceless.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. And the fun side of my week was went to my girlfriend's dad's house, and this dude's a doctor, and he just puts on this big ass fireworks show,
Nice.
like firework.
It's fucking
salesman.
May.
Y-
He's
yeah.
like, hey boys, we're starting early.
Yeah, no kidding. So he has this fireworks salesman come out, and this guy, the fireworks salesman, shows him the best shit he's got.
Does this man own a stand or something?
He's got the fireworks salesman, yeah.
Well, obviously him,
Yeah.
but what is your girlfriend's father just an advocate for fireworks, or does he have some like?
No,
Does
this
he have
is-
some skin in the game? Does he?
Yeah, he's got
does
some
he-
skin in the game.
Well, 'cause,
He's
I
got
mean,
the
if-
skin in the game and everything. He's
Listen,
a doctor.
Listen, I know from not from experience, but I know from I guess experience. If you get fireworks wholesale, for those of you that don't know what the word wholesale means, that's like you're buying it to resell it, and maybe you're not buying it to resell it, but the idea is that you're buying it to resell it. So you're getting it at a cost that is exponentially less than the consumer would buy that product for. So in essence, I have experienced my uncle buying wholesale fireworks for about
shit.
8 times less. Literally 8
Wow.
times less. So like you're telling me they're putting on a show, and I'm wondering
China.
like I bet this motherfucker got the plug on a truck.
China.
No, because like for real, like if you're buying these things on 4th of July, you are getting ripped off.
Oh, yes.
But if you
Oh,
buy
yes.
them way before or way after, then you might get it wholesale, and that shit's like 8 times less expensive.
Yeah.
Thank you, China.
1 goes to 8.
Yeah.
So those $50 cakes, you know, a $50 Big Boom fucking amazing firework, they get those hookers for like $7.
Whisker dudes, whisker dolls.
$7.
Something like that. Anyways, okay, I'm pretty sure that these fireworks were free, maybe, because the fireworks salesman comes in to show him the best product. It's like showing off the car that you want to buy, right? So if a car salesman's gonna come and show you this car, I mean, you don't need to pay him anything.
So they're trying to just like
He's trying to sell him fireworks, yeah.
So you
It's
know,
like the Tupperware man coming to your door, showing you how tough the Tupperware is, and
Okay.
he's running it over with his
that
car.
guy has a great job. He's just
Yeah.
blowing smoke in the air and
Literally,
hoping
literally.
other people spend
Anyways,
money.
dude put on a show.
That's
right?
amazing.
It was awesome. I actually flew a drone up in the fireworks, which was
Really?
I
that
would
was
have
really
laughed
sick.
so hard if like
if it hit it.
right. It's like well, it's
right.
unlikely, but if one of those,
Yeah.
if one
This
of those,
just in.
This just in, right.
I mean, what do you want to call it? Like if one of those mortars, if one of those mortars explodes within probably 2 or 3 feet of the
Yeah.
drone, the concussion of that
At
bang
this
is
moment,
gonna.
he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, dude, right.
Man, that you wouldn't even get to. You would just see the feed go black.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, it would be raining.
like a mortar hitting the fucking-
raining propellers.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That would be crazy. Yeah. And, right.
So you got some footage of some fireworks?
Yeah. all successful
I'll
and
show,
stuff?
I'll show you guys in a
No,
bit.
you're not gonna show
It was
me.
pretty
You're gonna
sweet.
show the fine people.
Yeah, bitch.
All right.
You bitch. What are you content? You fake ass.
Bigot.
You say you're a videographer.
All right.
I'm playing.
All right.
I love
Post
it.
on your
Anyways, and I go inside because I'm literally just swapping out batteries on this drone. I'm flying it the entire time.
Respect.
Yeah, huh?
And my hands are so cold. I go inside to charge the batteries.
Where were you?
My girlfriend's dad's house.
Yeah, but where's that at?
Outside,
where?
Jefferson City.
Well, you
So-
said it was cold. I thought you were maybe like
Oh, a little
time
more
was-
south.
yeah.
No, it was just,
north.
north.
You dummy.
no-
It's
duh. Sorry, this guy over here talking about how great the South is.
Well, it was warm too.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
sweating. My
Anyways.
hands weren't cold. I thought you were in like Wisconsin or something.
No. And not this week or not last week. And I go inside. My hands are just really cold, and my girlfriend's dad is a doctor. He looks at my hands and he diagnoses me with a disease.
What?
Right? No joke.
You might want to get a second opinion on that.
I don't think I do.
Be like, yo.
You
But,
should
I
always
mean, I
get.
will.
If someone tells you off site you have a disease, you should always get a second opinion.
Especially when he's not in like an office or something.
Always. I don't
Like,
care if
yeah.
it's your own
You
father.
could have had a couple
like,
drinks.
I would tell my own father right now, like I'm definitely gonna get a second opinion. Like, quit
I'll
try-
tell any doctor who gives me any sort of like major like thing. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm getting a second opinion if you don't mind.
hashtag hypochondriacs. Like,
All right, whatever.
I got blood coming out of my
Look,
nose.
hey,
I'm trying to give you the
every
benefit.
Nothing crazy.
I'm trying to
It's
give you
called
the benefit.
Raynaud's.
Raynaud's,
disease.
I have the same thing. Your hands get red because the blood travels back to protect your organs. That's not a disease, man. That's science, because your blood better go protect those organs.
When it's cold, all your blood rushes to your heart to keep your heart going.
Some
and your
people are
brain.
more exacerbated than
Mine
others.
is very much more exacerbated.
Mine is too. When I play sports, my hands
When
go
you play
bright red.
sports.
When I
No,
play
dude,
sports,
mine go pale. There's no blood.
Oh,
in
sometimes my hands
fingers.
get so fat with blood.
I mean, mine go like bright red because that's like the color of
Oh,
my skin. It almost
can
looks
feel
like
it
chicken
pumping.
skin or something.
I
But
can feel it
nonetheless,
pumping in my
I
hands.
have Raynaud's too. But I mean, maybe it's a disease. By
I wouldn't
technical
freak
sense,
out.
but yeah, that,
It's in a technical sense. it
yeah,
is,
that's like saying that.
AIDS.
Like I have here's a disease that I have, right? It's called what do they call it? I got to think of the name real second. It's basically like itchy skin in some parts of the year.
psoriasis.
No.
No.
Eczema.
Yeah, I have eczema. You could call that
Oh.
you could call that a disease.
I'm glad you
but-
just told everyone that.
I mean, bro, honestly, bro, listen, when I was a little kid, I had it all over my legs, but guess what? Right now, I don't have any of it on my body. But guess what? In like a year, I might get a couple splotches, and it's usually on my thighs. Like, and so like,
I remember you're like, is it a birthmark?
bro, like
You-
I don't have
sometimes you
any.
get-
I don't have any right
Okay,
now.
I was thinking of the
I don't
red
have
spot.
any right now. But like when I was a little kid,
Dude, put your legs away.
Is it
fuck
like
you, like.
Is it like this, but all over?
Dude, some boys don't wear nothing but a man thong to the store anyways. This is a freedom.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't even wear underwear.
But nonetheless, like a lot of things are considered diseases. And
All right, Ethan over here trying to discredit me of my rightfully obtained disease.
man, I just don't like people calling things diseases when it like scares
I have a
people.
disease.
Yeah, look up Munchausen.
I mean, I'm not scared
if
at
you're making
all.
things
I
up.
understand exactly what it is. For
I have asthma, bro. That's a
The-
disease, dude. I do.
Yeah, dog.
Is that
I'm
a
allergic to peanuts.
I mean, it's probably a disease. Yeah, I'm
I'm
allergic to
allergic to peanuts.
peanuts. Me
That's a
too. Me too.
disease.
I have so many fucking.
That's an allergy.
I
not
have
Bro, it's a
disorders.
disease, dude.
It's a disease.
Sometimes
dog.
I think about jerking off, bro. It's a disease, dude. I got so many diseases.
I have ADHD.
I got Matthias thinking so hard right now.
No,
I love
I'm
it.
just. Why are you still?
Point being,
Fuck you, man.
everyone's
giving
body
a
has
This
these things.
this might be.
When
yeah,
I think of
okay.
diseases, I think of like terminal illness, but nonetheless, it's
They
okay.
gave me
Bless
pharmaceuticals
bless
for my
up.
acne.
I'm so glad that your disease is not cancer and it's Raynaud's, because that's two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You'll see how severe it is.
I hope not.
You will.
I mean,
Dude,
yours
when
is,
I'm-
yours is in the cold.
My.
Aren't you
yeah.
from Wisconsin, dude?
Dude, mine is.
Yeah, yeah,
really-
you-
Yeah. He's like, dude, how the fuck did you not get frostbite living in Wisconsin? Literally.
Well, it
He
doesn't
was
help
like,
being
"Jeez."
being a skinny male. You have less body fat.
This is
relative-
true. This is true. No, but generally, yeah.
Men that are athletic have a higher odd of getting it statistically. Like,
Raynaud's?
yeah, because
No.
you have less body fat.
No, females get it. They're more prone to
Woman.
Oh.
it. Yeah.
I thought the less body fat you
Women.
had and the more active you were, the
Dude,
I had no
it's
idea.
it's a genetic thing.
okay. Well, I guess
Yeah,
I am just
it's-
have so many diseases.
I mean, with
I can't even know.
with, I mean, yeah, no.
I can't
technically-
even talk about it.
I see what you're saying. Like the more body fat that you have, the more insulated
you would think.
your body is. Then I
All
guess.
right. Well, you guys can
No, but
move
it's
on while I
like
educate myself about Raynaud's, because
a vascular
I might
thing.
just be talking on my fucking ass. Right now.
Retard.
I'm retard.
I have retards.
That's offensive, bro.
It's
I
a
don't.
joke.
Anyways, wait. Okay, so he also did tell me a joke.
Okay.
Fuck. Well, it's kind of ruined now that you guys know it's a joke.
Shit,
Now
you
that
still
I
gotta
already-
go.
Yeah.
Now that I
All right. I
said
still
it?
gotta go. Okay. Right. He's telling me that I have Raynaud's, and I'm like, oh my god, what is that? I'm like, geez, I probably do. Like, look at this. This is not right. And then he goes, dude, that's infectious. Dude,
What?
Dude, that's infectious. I swear, if you give that to my daughter, I live on 55 acres. It's not
55
infectious.
AIDS.
It's not infectious.
Okay. So
Oh,
it's
Basically,
treatable
yeah.
by medical profession. It says. I don't know what that.
They give you fentanyl for it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Then they can just pop, 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 pop. That's how it stays on the sheets.
It's a disorder of blood vessels, fingers and toes. I don't even like whatever. They can call it a disorder.
Is that whenever you get too much blood in your hands? Or
So
when it
okay,
goes
so why don't we
away?
call it? Why are we calling it? It says how serious is Raynaud's disease, and then it says it's a disorder. So is it a disease or a disorder? I don't know.
But it does it. Was that when your
Well,
hands
what's
start
the
pumping blood?
It
classification of
says
a disease?
you get white hands with blood flow cut off. You get
No.
red hands when the blood flow returns. I don't even care.
Yeah,
You
I get that sometimes, real bad.
I
Sometimes
think
my,
everyone
sometimes my
does.
hands go.
Literally, I think everyone gets
I mean,
it.
yeah.
Some people are way worse than others, obviously, and it's due to their blood vessels, whatever. But nonetheless, that's to call it a disease. It says it's not dangerous. It's just quote, it's just painful and frustrating. It's not dangerous.
It's
It
weird.
is.
It makes my anxiety go.
It is.
to the-
Yeah, the loss of blood flow can cause tissue death, but usually it's not dangerous. It's just
Usually.
painful and frustrating. That's like the worst case. Like
The blood don't come
I mean,
back.
that's like, you could call that frostbite. You can call that whatever you want. I mean, if you're going out in the cold and your blood leaves your fingers for whatever reason, you should be able to look down pretty quick and be like, yeah, my hands are not doing so hot. But nonetheless, I guess you can call it Raynaud's.
Renaud's, bitch. But on a different note, what's everyone working on with 3D? What's everyone trying to do? What's
Oh, is
good?
that what this
Anything
is? I
new?
thought we were here to tell you about your diseases.
Yeah, bitch. No,
Okay.
well, what's good? Are you working on anything cool, Matthias? With like photography, videography wise? What you been working on? Brain fart?
Yeah, big old brain fart. I will be going up to Wisconsin for my birthday, and these guys are all invited.
When's your birthday?
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now? Okay.
And
You sound pretty hyped there, bud.
Yeah, dog.
I'm not gonna come if it's gonna be like that.
oh, okay.
He said
Fine, don't come.
it's in 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks.
Like, and yeah, I don't need to see the trailer, but like, you could at least like,
Well, my birthday's
you could
in
at least
4
take
weeks
your
in
shirt
Colorado.
off and like
Tickle my pickle.
be happy about it. Yeah.
I am happy about it.
Okay. You're like
I'm
my
very
brother.
happy
you,
about
you just don't sound. Yeah. He's like,
I'm not displaying emotion.
yeah. He'll be like,
Yeah.
quote. He'll be like, this pleases me. It's like, it doesn't.
Dude, well,
it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't sound like
Yeah.
it either. Jeez.
That's all.
No, dude, really excited. Got a lot of old friends up there, and every time I go up, it's just a great time. Always.
You
Yeah.
got an itinerary going.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying like, you
Oh,
got some
yes.
plans.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Literally, you could do more in Wisconsin than in Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
7 out of days of the week.
you maybe could. You probably know the state better.
Yeah.
I couldn't do shit there if I didn't have somebody there telling me what was good because I've never been.
You will. You will have.
What kind of
someone there.
things? Like just like
That's-
cool
yeah.
museums and stuff?
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Classification.
kind of what I was kind of
Yeah,
hinting
name
at
Fun.
that. Like,
Okay. St. Louis has more free things to do, like the city.
Yeah, Missouri's pretty awesome.
Missouri is pretty awesome in that.
except
in
for the
that regard.
babes. Where
Yeah.
the babes at? Please call
Yeah,
me.
bruh.
They're everywhere.
Please call me. Here's my number. It's beep. Call me.
Don't call that guy. Total nut job.
They bleep the number out. They can't.
His
They do- Oh, you're right.
strong is huge.
Anyways,
You know when you'll be watching something and it's like right before they put out personal information, they just beep it. Like
Yeah.
that was my attempt to do that.
I know what it was.
But hey, if you are a sexy lady,
Hit him up.
yeah,
You got the number.
yeah, it's called typing in anyone's name on the internet. You can contact them. It works like that. Phone goes both ways, you know.
It'd be that way.
No, that's a fact, and you can't even deny it. That is a fact. Like, what's your number? It's called my name. Look it up. Like, if you're not
It's
on,
called my name.
Dude, Gary Vee once said, if you're not online, you don't exist. Like, I hate that, but like, I can't.
It's kind of true.
I hate that, but
You
it's.
can't. How
I
do you...
can't dispute it.
Yep, can't dispute it.
Because the first thing you do if you want to know about something is you look it up, and if it's not there,
But what's wrong with not existing?
well, nothing. Anonymity.
If you
Anonymity. That's it. The state of being anonymous is a beautiful thing. Yeah.
I can't wait to scrub my online presence off and
Huh.
just leave the system.
I got
Great.
1,000
say that.
followers.
Respect. Well, in the world of like, if you're self-employed or if you're selling,
In the world of I'm just living in the woods.
okay, but Matthew, you're a visual engineer, so like you want people to value your creations, and if they don't know about them, they can't buy them. So you could be the best in the world, but if you just weren't savvy to the internet, that's all we were saying is like people.
Oh, this is just
Well,
life.
you have to put yourself out there. That's all. That's all we were saying.
Yeah, bitch.
No, I'm not saying that's happening tomorrow. I'm just saying when I get the chance, I am living in the woods and not answering to no one.
You know what, Bubby? That's my plan too. Hashtag Alexander Supertramp, and the fact that we always talked about getting a Colorado
into
ranch.
the weed.
I just as long as we don't like eat the like. Did that guy eat snails? The guy. Who,
I wasn't sure
You
where
know,
you were
remember
going.
that? Remember that story?
Don't
the
eat each
guy,
other.
It was like some kid like got out of.
Alexander Supertramp.
Was that his name?
He
Into the wild.
yeah, and I love that
That's
book
what I
and that movie.
The movie's
and,
good.
It's very good, but he ended up basically eating poisonous berries and shit.
Yeah.
'Cause
Berries.
yeah, he carved into the bus seat right before he died. Happiness is only real when shared.
Yeah.
Happiness only real when shared. That was the exact quote. But nonetheless, it's very profound, very sad. He was a patriot in the sense that like he was trying to make a point, and he was trying to make a point so hard and so long that like he was willing to die for it. Like it was an act of. I mean, if you think about like the Alamo, like you hear the story of Texas, like they knew they were gonna lose, they knew they were gonna die, but they went into it like with a smile on their face, like here we go, like you can't kill our spirit. Like we know we're gonna lose, but we're not gonna sit here and wait for you to come and kill us. We're gonna, you know what I mean? So it's like he thought his viewpoint on the world was, you know, capitalism's evil, money's evil, the system's against you, all this shit is bullshit. We should just coexist. Like we should just be like living in nature how we were intended to be, which I agree with a lot of that, but I'm not gonna give away everything I own and run into the woods with nothing but a loincloth eating berries until I die. I mean, again, it's like from a philosophy standpoint, I agree with a lot of it, but like, and I'm glad that his story got made into a book and all that, because there is a lot to learn from that. And I think ultimately he wanted people to learn from him, but it's like it is kind of a scary reality that like, yeah, you can hate the system, but like that doesn't mean you have to just go like try and live like a caveman in the woods. Like, I mean, you can find a happy medium of like fighting the system that you don't agree with or whatever, and then also trying to exist outside it, but not like putting yourself in immediate danger. Because I mean, if you go completely off the grid, like good luck. That's like Naked and Afraid style, yeah.
Yup.
If you could do it, good for you. If like you're fucking Bear Grylls plus, that's respect.
Well, they'll know I own the land, but
No, you know what I'm saying. If you can do it, respect.
They won't be able to find me on my land unless they have a satellite.
If
which
you
they
have
do.
land, you pay taxes, they know where you're at, and you're in the system. I'm saying if you're really going off
That
the
dude
system.
burned his social security.
He did.
card.
He burned everything, bro. No
Yeah.
one knew where he was. His family thought he was
Donated
dead.
all of his money.
His family thought he was dead. Yeah, like. But if you go buy,
Oh, I'm not that radical.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with the philosophy, but I'm not that radical. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, I would love to buy a place in Colorado and do everything I could to be like, don't tread on me. But I'm not going to go kill myself. In the
I don't
woods.
think
Right.
radicalism is really.
I think a
It's
lot
a
of
good-
times radicalism can prove a lot of points. Like
It's,
because you can show, like the
but it's
full.
usually not like destructive in some way. Like being very radical, it's very.
Well, he was showing the utmost form of like, I'm not relying
Yeah.
on anything or anything. It's like I don't think that's how we should live. But he made the ultimate sacrifice to prove the point of like,
You can do it.
yeah, whatever. It's very interesting, you know. People will die for what they believe in. I can respect that. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. It's a sad story, but it's one worth knowing.
It's a very good story. Read it senior year in English class.
I don't know if we read it in school, but I did read it.
I saw the movie on Netflix.
There you go.
I got an A throughout
Respect.
the entire process.
So you asked us if we were doing anything with music. Somehow we're talking about Alexander Supertramp.
Yeah, what's good with 3D? What are you guys working on anything? What are you guys working on?
Album art.
I was gonna say I finished the second mix, volume 2 for 3D. It'll release as soon as Swan and I finish collaborating on the cover art. Mostly Swan. I mean, I just like we had the idea together, and he's the one making it. Yeah. So whenever he's happy with the cover art, then we will drop that. And once he finishes that cover art, ironically enough, it's like the third mix is kind of like a play off of the same idea. So like we'll get to release 2 mixes back to back pretty much, which is pretty sick. And then aside from that, we are selling some new merchandise. We got by the time you hear this, we'll have like our 3D glasses for sale that have our logos on them, and you can wear them to like 4th of July fireworks. Like you can watch them to watch fireworks. You can use them to watch light shows. Like whatever lights you look at in these, they make the lights kind of go into like rainbow diffractions, and it's really cool. And it has our logos on the side too, so it's good branding. It's good support. It's all that. We appreciate it. But we got that. We got some new Nike pullovers coming over. Pretty sick. Still got the Champion hoodies. Still got snapbacks. All that's for sale. For the original music, I've been working on my DAW since Rob kind of let us know he's kind of doing his own thing and like just working with us when he can. But yeah, I mean we still collaborate when we can. But I've been having to just rely more on myself for the getting like my visions to creation. I know we got a couple collaborations working together. Rob and I do that'll be 3D songs. But as far as the future, there might be some 3D songs that I guess are fully produced and mixed by me or just Rob, or again they could be collabs. The one single that we made that we talked about releasing, I wish it was out. Rob still said that he doesn't quite love it. I can respect that. I don't want to release anything that's inferior or like not up to par. I've heard a lot of very respected artists stress time and time again that you can't be too patient with building your sound and just being a professional. You know, once you release your first music, you know, you've kind of set the bar for yourself. And, you know, not that you want to never release something, because, I mean, you are always going to be getting better. But at the same time, it's like, if you have a certain standard for yourself and you're being realistic with yourself compared to the other professional artists that you're aspiring to be like in the industry, there's nothing wrong with taking a step back, slowing it down, and really driving home the concepts to provide a product that you feel sound about. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you're up against the 1%, man. Like, it's got to be all that in a bag of chips. So, I mean, like, you know, I'm very happy with the mixes I've made, and I'm very happy with the songs that I've written as far as lyrics and the melodies that I've captured as well too. But at the end of the day, it takes an audio engineer to realize the vision, and far as to get it in a original format that's gonna make you some money. So, I mean, yeah, anybody can have ideas, but it takes those engineers to mix and master them to get them worth being radio quality. And, you know, I think a lot of people making music think their stuff's good, but it's like, if you really compare it to the greats, it's like it just doesn't hold up. So to answer your original question, yeah, like we still don't, like, 3D hasn't released any original singles, and it's not to say that we don't have a bunch in the works, and, you know, like, that we're not working every day. But yeah, we're just trying to be like as honest with ourselves as we can, so that when we do release stuff, that it's not going to be, we want it to speak for itself, and that's the end of the conversation. We don't want to release inferior content. We're trying to be professionals.
Yep. And Swan, you said you were working on the visual.
Yeah, the album art.
I mean, I hope it's exciting.
Got
Almost.
some more. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Well, no,
Got
I mean,
some-
that, like, it's like, well, fuck. It's like, y'all have been, like, talking about releasing music for over a year. Where it's at, it's like, well, shit, man. Like, when we release it, we said it's gonna be good, but I didn't mean to steal your spotlight. I mean,
yeah, I got another new free 3D software for making fractals and stuff. Pretty excited. And,
Free one.
Yeah, Mandible 3D. It's pretty cool.
you're well on your way to owning cinema as well, right?
Yeah, I probably got another month. I'll check my account and see how much longer I have for this first installment.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm on my way. I am on my way.
On my way. So yeah, we're just trying to be responsible and be professionals and be realistic. That's all.
Oh yeah, yo, but like I texted in the group chat, but I was at work and Mike went into the Enterprise and rented a car, and I was talking to him and shit. It was hilarious.
Our manager?
Yeah,
Haha.
I was literally working, about to clock out, and he walks in, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" He's
Our
like, "Oh,
manager.
yeah, he's like, "What's good?" He's like, I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm getting a car to go pick up my son for Mother's Day from college," and he didn't want to drive his car, so he went and rented a car to drive.
He didn't want to drive his car just to keep the miles off
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
Huh.
He went to go rent a car, and I
What
was
the
like,
fuck car does Mike even drive?
I don't know. I was like, "Dude, what's good?" But he was like,
So our music manager, Mike, Magic Mike, he comes into Enterprise where Austin works to get a car, and it's just a coincidence. That's funny.
He's like, "Yeah, I work with this dude. What's good?" And he was talking to me, saying like, "Yeah, we all, like, every single one of us, including Rob, we should all meet up sometime pretty soon and just like talk about some shit." That's what he said.
Absolutely. I mean, we were lucky enough to go and kind of see one of the other artists that he manages perform, and he had kind of mentioned to you. I'm talking about you like you weren't there, but
Yeah.
everyone that's sitting here was there, minus Rob, and minus Matthias as well. But he mentioned to us that all we got to do if we want to book some shows is create some content that's kind of like basically he kind of went over how Disco Donnie is the premier EDM promoter, booking agent. I mean, B&W for St. Louis is really that, but Disco Donnie runs that, and he also runs Disco Donnie Presents. But nonetheless, like, that's the name of St. Louis EDM, and so as that, like, that's the guy that promotes and runs and markets the events that we all go to in St. Louis. If you're a fan of EDM, so Mike was mentioning how all we got to do if we want to kind of get in those slots and start, not only playing in St. Louis but headlining our own shows, is we need to create content to come ready to show to. So Disco Donnie, he's a promoter. He was originally I guess you could originally call him a promoter. He was just a guy that was good at getting people together, and I mean, he got hit with like crack house laws way back when. We've talked about that before, for basically like orchestrating and condoning a place for people to do drugs, which wasn't the case. He was orchestrating places for people to go and listen to music, but nonetheless, had some people that fucked with him long before, but now he's just the premier successful Midwest EDM event promoter for raves or whatever you want to call them. So our manager Mike mentioned that in order to get in his good graces and to book some events with him, which is what we certainly want to do, and to headline our own shows, we need to get some content. So that's going to be a lot easier to do once we move into our own place here. But nonetheless, we're going to be kind of making some videos of, you know, us mixing and showing off the DJ skills, the videography skills from Matthias, and the original content from Rob and I as well. So basically we just got to kind of tie all that together into some short montage videos, make the content, get the social media popping, at which point we will approach Disco Donnie, Brown and White, B&W, Brown and White, same thing. And that will get us booked to be playing these slots in St. Louis. So yeah, you know, again, you know, we could have paid Foo Bar and went and played shows at Foo Bar or Pops Rock House, and no disrespect to anyone that does that. We're really trying to do what we do in the way that is going to be best received for our demographic, our customer base, our fans, future and current. And yeah, it's just, again, the last time I'll say, it's just Disco Donnie has really kind of built the scene in the Midwest for the EDM events and the raves. So yeah. As our manager said, and like you said, we need to get together, and yeah, we're just making content, showing off our skills, so that people will be like, yo, I want to go see that. And then yeah, that's what everybody does.
Got any food for thought?
I got some brain food, and then we'll do food for thought, but I definitely got a cool little thing to think about. So basically, money. People think it's smart to save money. Why would you not want to save money? Everyone's talking about saving money. You got to save your money, save money, save money. Who doesn't want to save money, right? You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's not saving
So
money?
you're saying I should not save any of my money?
No, you shouldn't save your money. If you save your money, you're stupid, and you're about to agree with me. What is he talking about? You're about to agree with me. The problem is that today money is no longer money. Today people are saving counterfeit dollars, money that can be created at the speed of light, and it is. Basically, ever since 1971, Nixon took the U.S. dollar off the gold standard, and money became debt. The reason prices have risen since 1971 is because that U.S. dollar and the U.S. government has the power to print that dollar to pay their bills. How convenient. And the result is that today the savers are the biggest losers. What do you mean? Since 1971, since that gold standard drop, the U.S. dollar has lost 95% of its value compared to gold, and it's not going to take another 50 years to lose the remaining 5%. Okay, in 1971, gold was $35 an ounce. Now, almost 50 years later, it's $1,300 an ounce, okay? Yeah. As debt rises into high trillions and the U.S. continues to print more of their counterfeit money to pay their bills, every printed dollar means higher taxes for us and more inflation. Despite this fact, millions of people believe that saving money is smart. It used to be smart when money was money. It's not now. It's fucking a lie that pays
Okay,
the
so
way
what you're
of
saying
the
is
fucking liars.
inflation is going to outpace the way you save your money?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I have it right. That's, yeah.
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 I was just taking a second to like
was
really,
like-
yeah.
Are you telling me I'm wrong?
No, I'm not telling you you're wrong.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying
inflation is going to outpace the way that you save your money. Okay, so.
you can't save money.
Yeah,
Money isn't money.
because.
There's no intrinsic value.
yeah.
There's nothing behind it. It is counterfeit.
It's a belief. It's based
It's
on
a Ponzi
it's a belief
scheme.
system.
Listen,
you know?
it's a Ponzi scheme. It's a government-sanctioned Ponzi scheme. Insofar as that it only works as long as people keep on paying into it. But it's not real. There's no value behind it. There's nothing behind it. That's the biggest. And I mean, it's like, well, we know that, but it's like no one's reacting the way they should be because people are still leaving their money in trusts and leaving their money in this rather than saying, well, that statistically speaking, that money's not going to be worth shit if I let it sit there. So the only thing you could do, which would be, and I'm not saying it's like,
What's a better option then?
here's the only option. I'm telling you because you're like, well, you're telling me I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Bitcoin.
Well, if you
Stupid.
let me fucking finish, I'll tell you what
Yeah,
the
no,
answer
go
is.
ahead.
You want to know what rich people do? Everyone thinks rich is people with money. Rich people have money because they have a noodle. Rich is knowing things, okay? So here's what you do if you're rich in this instance. It's the only thing you can do. You take that money rather than letting it sit. You invest it in things that you believe are going to be worth more of that quickly depleting money later. Because that money's bleeding either way.
Yeah.
So it's up to you,
Right.
since you're so smart and you're so rich, to use your money to get things that are going to be worth money
Have your
later.
money work
So
for
here's
you.
your thing. Fuck that money. Buy gold. Buy silver. Buy food. Buy bullets. Buy land. Because then you still own that thing even once the money's not worth money, and then it's like eventually some other system will come up out of that, right? I mean, it has to. That's what happens like when history repeats. I mean,
That's what my grandfather did. And
there's
he
going to be a
ended up
bailout.
with,
Like eventually, like the U.S. will be so fucked. Like even like I talked about a government-sanctioned Ponzi scheme. Even even your 401k and your pensions and all that money's gone. Literally, it's all gone. And our parents will say, "Well, I know I'm not going to get my retirement." Well, you still paid half your fucking money into it, and it's due to those fucking liars that it's not there. And so it's a Ponzi scheme insofar as that the money's not there, and it only works if people keep on paying into it, But eventually, people are going to stop paying into it, and they're going to say, "Give me my fucking retirement," and then all these baby boomers are going to be fucked. And anyone who has money or assets, they're going to move it somewhere else where they get rewarded instead of penalized for having that. So all you can really do is put your money into things that you think are going to be worth money later, whether it's land or over here or whatever. Invest in yourself. Invest in your, do not just let your money sit and think it's going to be worth something tomorrow. It's just something to know.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. That's awesome. Anyone else got anything to chime in about? Anything crazy, awesome, wisdom?
I'll be reading a lot of books.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's also been cracking out on the internet.
Oh my goodness, we've been playing Pin the
called-
Tail on the Devil.
Yes.
On Lucifer. If anyone wants to get
Tail
hip
on the devil.
on what is deception, hit up your boy. But nonetheless, I digress. My words to live by is, if no one else has a story, my words to live by this week are success is a poor teacher. Learning comes from making mistakes. As soon as you get successful, you're like, you get all stupid. As soon as
You get all stupid.
Fact.
That is so
So
true.
fucking true. You can't even poke a
Yeah.
hole if you wanted to. But then when your ass loses, it humbles yourself. Like, all right, boys, let's get
Makes
back
you
to
compliant. When you're
amen, baby.
So long as you have the drive.
Success is a poor
Yeah.
teacher. Learning comes from making mistakes. You really
That
humble
is so
yourself.
funny.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's all.
Success makes
For a terrible teacher. They really do, because you're like, we're good, and then you fuck it up.
success makes you stupid.
It does. Because you think you're good. Even if you got lucky or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love you guys. Sorry to get all ranty. I know we were real off topic this one.
it's all good. It's
Dude, it
all
was
good.
fun.
It was
But,
fun.
good
It was
time, yeah.
fun.
If you want to follow any one of your boys here on the social media, you can
Do it. Your boy just ran over 11,500 motherfuckers.
Yeah, I just got 1,000 followers too. What's good? Motherfuckers.
You like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Just over 20 motherfuckers. I love that.
Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah,
That's
shout out.
good. But you can look us up on
That's so
anything
good.
at 3D Music Official. It's all good. You can every one of us. You can we're on the following.
That's
if you
just
want
us.
to find us.
It's your
So,
boys.
but all we ask, if you like our podcast, if you get some value out of it or enjoy it at all, post it on your social media. All awareness comes from you guys. Make it a post. Tag us. Let us know what you like and ask us questions. All that good stuff. So that's all we ask. It's all good.
Thanks, guys. Spread the
But,
word.
I'm your podcast director, Austin. Signing off here with Matthias,
Peace out, guys.
Ethan,
Next time.
Swannels.
Night.
This is the 3D podcast. We'll catch you guys next week.